that it would go for the all-time high though, because we are that close already. Firas requested to speak. Okay, Mr. Firas, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'll give you one chance. SMT Nasdaq, yes. Yeah, but on what? SMT on this. We had SMT on this Monday. Took it again Tuesday, I mean, took it again Wednesday, running it out Thursday. We've got a tiny wick here. If I go look at the Nasdaq, which is just absolutely gutted right now. I mean, took out these highs, which we've been waiting for these highs since this Tuesday, been trying to trade at them. And now it does it during Asia, which is just classic price movement from the indexes lately. None of these SMTs matter to me, right? NQ is so far gone. It's not even funny anymore how far away it is from its all-time high, whereas ES is already trading literally right up here. And none of this, like, we've traded above these highs. ES had an SMT there early week. ES has an SMT on pretty much every single high to the left of us here, and it's not done anything. So I'm not too focused on that at all. Firas, you are a speaker. You are allowed to speak. Should you choose to do it sometime today. Gold analysis, I don't trade gold. I won't be analyzing gold. But I'm guessing just keep buying. I mean, actually, wait a minute. Gold doesn't look bad, does it? Get rid of this. The move here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna analyze this. I'm not gonna look at this. I'm not too interested. What a mess. Let's go back to Nasdaq, see what it's up to. Yeah. Have fun. What ICT playlist do you recommend? Core content, month 7. Best time to trade pre-market, please. Asia. Probably gonna be Asia at this point. Apparently the market does the majority of its movement in Asia now. So I would trade Asia. It's either Asia or, I mean, the 8:30 time window can be okay on some days, but Asia and London have been really crazy lately. Sometimes ugly, but sometimes expanding. I only took one trade, I think, from when did I lose here? Okay, the only trade I took this week was during Asia. That's how crazy it's gone. New York gets no love. It's crazy, man. It's really crazy. I'm sure, like, I think a bit of frustration seeps out when I see stuff like this. But at the end of the day, I understand that it doesn't matter if this happens because it's not my setup in any way. So what is this? Like probably 300 something points, 360, 380, 382, right? So when this happens, if it's not within my model, I don't lose any sleep over missing it. It's like, okay, whatever. Didn't get the setup that I wanted, but it doesn't matter because this isn't my model anyways. But it's just so strange to wake up every day and, you know, relatively, I wake up quite early as well because of my time zone. I literally, before I would eat lunch, I could trade London or during lunch. But by the time I wake up and I check London, we're already at, I mean, this was 3 a.m. Eastern time here. We've already swept out the buy side. It's like, what do you even do at that point? And then when you're here, you don't want to be picking a top, right? We've opened down here and we've just traded higher, but you also don't want to be buying higher. And then you wait for New York and New York does nothing. It's so crazy, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of election year. Maybe because of all the data dependent stuff that's been happening. But yeah, I mean, even logically speaking, after FOMC, after the idea of a 50-point basis cut, from a total fundamental perspective, it would still make sense to go lower first, because that's how they would price themselves into a discount to then trade it higher. But to trade lower and then just open Asia and immediately rip out the highs is a level of, I don't even know, probably bad words that I can't compete with. How many accounts have you blown in your lifetime? I'm guessing more than 10 for sure. Maybe 11, 12, something like that. Probably, I'm guessing. Yeah. Teach me how to run business. No, man. I don't got time for that. You're gonna have to pay me for a mentorship. That's it. OPEX week. Is this week OPEX again? Is that what it is? I mean, what is this? How are we supposed to trade this thing? Beast. This horrendous animal, Nasdaq. Unbelievable. Such a mess. This was clean though, surprisingly. But it still didn't make sense for me. Previous day's high sweep, sell opportunity. We swept previous day's high 150 points ago. I don't know if I would sell that because of this sweep. Maybe you can sell something, but I wouldn't sell because of that. How many trades in this month? Let's see. When did this month start? This was September, right? Okay. Did I take the trade on Friday? Okay, this week was 0, if I remember correctly. So this was 0 trades. No trades Monday. Tuesday we had 1 trade. So this is 1 there. Wednesday never got to short. Thursday didn't trade. Friday I got 1. And this week so far we have 1, which was right here. So 3 trades since the month started. And we're 3 weeks in. That's brutal. Vicious. There was more opportunities, I think, but nothing I managed to get on side with. It is what it is. Cold world. Cold world. Very, very cold. I wish. Kiko has more audience than TTrades. Why? Because T is doing the streams in Lens. So those streams are limited in people. If he was doing the public live streams in here, it would be a bit more packed. 10, 11 or 10, 0, 0, 11. What is this? What does this mean? I was frustrated too, didn't see this bullish move at this level. Yeah, I mean, it's just, and I get the frustration. I think a lot of people are feeling this way. And talking out of my experience, I know when people reach their breaking point with trading, based on their behaviors, they'll start to get a bit more bitter. They'll start to hate on people a bit more, right? They'll start to get a bit more angry, like subtle things, right? And if there's any of that seeping right now, it's precisely due to this. But to some extent, I think it's justified. If you're not a grown up and you don't have your emotions in check, then this would make you very angry. I'm a little bit frustrated. I'm not frustrated to the sense where I'm gonna be like, oh man, F this market, damn it, I'm gonna. But it's like, it's just, yeah, it's unfortunate, going in week by week by week, and it's just very, very sloppy. If you check my reviews chat, this has been our New York price action for the last 10 days. And it's just been hideous after hideous after hideous. And we do say expansions, right? Like, look at this expansion here. Only issue is it starts during lunch. It starts at lunch and it goes into close. And then we've got here where the majority expansion starts in lunch. We've got this day, we get some expansion after 11:30. We get expansion in lunch. This was an okay day. This does nothing. So it's like just very, very iffy. Iffy. Letting London go, but that much expansion pre-New York these days. Yeah, it's just nonstop. I mean, I can accredit the Asia expansions due to Japanese yen and the adjustment of the rates, which was sort of what set off our wumpy dumpy do up here. But that it would drag on all the way till now was a bit unexpected, and Asia's been doing too much. I don't know how many of you guys been like trading since beginning of the year or been very attentive. January and February were such nice months, based on what I remember. It was pretty textbook. You had very little of this Asian expansion, London expansion stuff. You had Asia always. I mean, I'd always wake up and I'd see that Asia did nothing every single day. You'd see a more clear one-sided manipulation in London. You'd see cleaner distributions during New York. And that was just sort of how things was running. But now it's just been cuckoo. I mean, what is this here? This was January. So let's see. Yeah, this is 9 o'clock. So Asia, London, and then this was New York. What about this? We had Asia, London, New York. This here, New York reversal. So clean setup right up into these highs. It was much more aligned with things, you know? It was sort of working out. But now it's just been chaos. And I remember most of these days by heart, right? I remember that the price action was nice. Look at this. Asia consolidates. We expand up. New York reversal, rip lower. Same thing here. New York reversal, rip lower. It's just a lot of strange stuff going on right now. And it's noticeable, you know, it's not like we're delusional or anything. You can tell that it's not quite normal in some sense. I've blown 4 accounts on one strategy. Any one strategy which could let me pass my account sooner. You don't need a specific strategy, you just need more discipline. Stick with your strategy if you know it works and just keep rinsing and repeating, and take good losses and good wins only, not bad wins and bad losses. I know I'm green every day this week, bro. That's crazy. I'm green this week on one trade, but I've only caught one. And it was Asia. I mean, how is it that the only profits I'm getting is Asia now? Such a shit show. What is this, Mr. Aline Barb? Ah, until September. Ay, ay, ay. 9:30 manipulation, 10 a.m. distribution, lower into discount hourly for value gap. I have no idea. I'm not gonna give you guys a bias. I don't have one. I'm not gonna put you on anything that I'm not sure of, right? I'm not gonna send you guys to the slaughterhouse. The Judas swing. As I can sleep in it with an idea. Next morning, you be like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, man. Every day I plot my idea before I go to sleep, and then I wake up in the morning and it's just completely gone. That's sort of what happened on Tuesday, right? There was look at this. This was really clean. We had SMT on the lows, we had ES setting up an hourly change in state of delivery, and we had a clear buy side draw above. And then, yeah, so this was a setup that you could be considering. You go long here, you put your stop below the mean threshold as an invalidation point. Look for this level. But look at where we were during New York. Let's see. So even here, I mean, it's not even New York yet. This is 7 a.m. So at 7 a.m., the market's already up here. Before most people wake up, this move already happened. It's just every single day. Same shit, man. On repeat. And then we eventually obviously attack that level. And 12 p.m. New York lunch once again running the show. Would you do a backtesting session this week? If I can find the time, yeah. I think maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see if I can do it tomorrow. Finally show your chart settings. Second. There you go. Bah. Let me make sure that I don't. There you go. Kiko, are you sexy? Do you mean you are sexy, or are you saying, are you sexy? Could we still be on a Thursday reversal profile instead of the big move? Yes, we can. But the issue that I'm having is that we've got a small daily wick and we've moved 88 handles. There was I had the idea earlier today that maybe this all-time high SMT and then just send it into Friday. But we didn't trade up one-sided Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Being that Tuesday was a down day, I think, on NASDAQ. Oh, no, then it was Wednesday. So it doesn't suit the Thursday counter logic. I'd see this more as a range even. I mean, let's see. Let's grab you and you. There we go. Maybe something like that. I just don't want to short it, and I just don't want to long it either. In order for today to be a Thursday reversal, we would have to have done 80 or 100 points up and then do another 100 down maybe. And to me, that's just not feasible. I don't see how that would happen. Doesn't seem logical to me. But anything goes in this market, so maybe. Who knows? Pray for it. I finished all the TTrades videos in 2016 ICT. Kiko, how long will it to me to become profitable? That's up to you. There's no specific time frame to reach profitability. Some people get it faster, some people slower. Just keep working, keep doing your thing, stick with your model, be disciplined, journal, and it'll just happen eventually. Hello, Mr. TTrades. Hello. For journal the charts, what do you use? Discord or Notion or something else? I use Notion. I have a TradeZella to track the trades, like the profits and losses, but I use Notion for the chart images and stuff. ICT weekly profile, seeking the store bearish Friday. Hopefully, please, man. I'm begging for that. That would be cool. Actually, did we take every single day's high and low since the week opened? We did not. Monday low is still there. Yeah. If this closed better yesterday, I would have been shorting into Monday's low. I would have been more confident on that. But I didn't trust the overnight session to hold to the downside because of the week close. It is what it is.
Was a shit close.
Bro, it was horrendous. The hourly
It's just the
looked
hours not clean, yeah.
thing, but you know, opening up at 4 and trading up was not it. T,
Yeah,
what's your
I
take?
put my. I already posted. Just go check my indices channel. I posted it, or like in
Where?
my indices
Lessons.
analysis section. No, my analysis section.
Where do I even find that? Here. TT lessons or analysis?
Go.
There we go. Indices. Hello. Day 4 on the indices to upside. Cool to see many cut days. Oh no, this is an older one. Thursday, September 19th. Plus minus. Should I play this?
Yeah, sure, if you want.
Bet guys, you're gonna get a sneak peek of Lens. I'll play this real quick.
So here we are on indices.
Oh man,
Let's
my
talk
voice.
about it mechanically in fractal model, but then also in terms of weekly profile, daily phases of price, right? And a few things. So just going from the close yesterday, we did have a candle to closure, right? Pretty messy, right? And that's where we get into the phases of price delivery, but let's go down first. If we are using this as a candle to closure, we want to mark out 0.5 of this wick, right? Because ideally that is respected, this lower half, right? And then I would go down to the lower time frame. So if we drop down to the hourly here, right, and mark this out, we have our daily on the side. Now, do we have a change in the state of delivery? Well, we find the high, right? And then we go and find a series of up close candles. And in this case, it's a little bit messy, but you could consider that. Now, I'm only looking to trade the following day anyways, right? So what do I not want to see? Or what do I want to see? I want to see price hang around or respect this opposing candle and not really trade higher than 0.5 of this wick, right? And so this reaches a little bit higher, but we haven't closed over it. Once we close over this area here, that's where, okay, this idea is just invalid to me. And that along with we shouldn't really reach that much higher if we're going to expand lower right away, right? So if we would have just consolidated, sure, I would consider downside, but this is already invalidated prior to my session, right? So once we close over here, that's more of an invalidation and it's going to go reach for this high. So there's nothing really there for me on indices. Now let's hop back to the daily chart and just talk about the phases of price here. Let me clean this up. So after following expansion, right, this is similar to my gold analysis. When we get expansion, we're going to have a new phase of price delivery, right? And so I'm looking for that to be either a retracement, right? So retracement back into the range, a consolidation, or a reversal. Now I prefer retracement or reversal because that's where I can get on side with a move, right? But we do fall into the line of a consolidation sometimes. And that is kind of what was happening here, right? So we're just consolidating, right? It's way more clear on NQ here. Let's mark that up, right? So we have our expansion, right? And here we get a new phase of price delivery. So are we going to get a retracement, right? to then continue higher? Or are we going to get a reversal, right? Or are we going to get a consolidation, right? Those are the three scenarios I'm looking for. And so what do we have here? Just a consolidation. So if we're in a consolidation and I still want
you
to
can call
frame,
that good.
I would prefer.
My what?
You can call that good. That covers everything except for my little bias today. This
yeah.
should be enough.
But it is what it is, man. This thing is
Yeah.
not doing us all at this market. Hey. What to do?
Well, I'm
See,
gonna
what time
open
is
up
it?
and cover some contracts.
You're gonna go swing some options. I'm gonna watch the
Well,
things you sent me today. I think that's
I
the way
mean,
to go because I'm studying anyways.
yeah. No, I mean I swung contracts overnight, so when they open up, I'll be up probably 50% or more. So then
Do
I'll
you get
probably close.
Do you see overnight movement when you're doing that, or is it
Hmm?
just regular hours? Do you see overnight movement, or is it just regular trading hours?
No, it's
when
just
you
regular
use that?
trading hours.
Okay, but makes sense. Makes sense. Kiko, bro, how do I manage fear when getting into the market? Try to size down. I think a lot of the fear stuff comes from people who are trading bigger than they should, and it's very quick to be on the large side of things because the current ADR is massive, and so minis are not very feasible. If you've seen lately my executions, it's mostly micros. Same amount of risk as I did before with minis, but it's just that from a 25-point stop, we've went to maybe a 50-point stop. So you need to adjust accordingly. You should find your risk appetite and just keep risking that amount where you know if you lose it, you'll be okay with it. And that'll allow you to get, let your setups play out and be more confident on that thing. Let's see. Sosen requested to speak. T is in the house. No one speaks now. Just gonna go smoke a J and watch the market do its thing today. Devil's lettuce. How would you suggest to overcome fear of losing a funded account? MFF? You're calling me a motherfucker. I'm just joking. I'm up USD 1200 and met all payout requirements. But if I take those off, I'm left with no drawdown. Basically, I would need to start another eval straight away. I want to take something off, kind of pay the trader because it is the first time I can do this. What would you suggest to do? Continue trading, increase my profit, have fear of losing it all, or just take it off and just enjoy the rest and start all over? I'm not sure what the buffer requirements are on my fund of futures. I think that you need like a bit. I'm not sure if you're ready for, or if it's enough for the payout because they need like a certain buffer zone depending on the account size. But if I were you, my honest opinion, I'd just take out half or more if you can do that. And then just do much less size and work with the remaining drawdown because I know a lot of people who pushed their edge with profits in the account and then lost the account, and that's going to suck much more. If you can pay yourself at least, let's say 6 to 800 out of that 1200, you're going to be really confident and you won't fear losing the account. Then you have to obviously stay disciplined and not take dumb trades because you can always buy your way back in with the new profits. So I'd cash something out and then trade on. Keep your mental as comfortable as it can be, so to say. Has trading
Guys,
changed your life?
the section that he just showed, it's in my mentorship. They can
This one?
Well, people are saying they don't have access. It's because it's private.
Yeah, you guys gotta pay to win.
It's
Simple
also
as.
free to win if you want.
100%. I mean, the starter model and stuff is already quite sufficient.
Yeah.
Pierre asks, has trading changed your life? T, you want to answer this as well? I'll say yes, even though that I'm not living off of trading, but I think that I couldn't see myself doing anything else with this. And trading has done way more for my habits and for my discipline and for my life all around than off the charts than it has on the charts. So I'd say yes.
I didn't see that question, but yeah. Fairly simple, I think. Straightforward answer.
Mr. Six, yes, sir. Mr. 6X says you should give me a kiss. No Diddy. US 30 is moving. I don't care. US 30 can do whatever it wants. And ES is heading for all. Look at that. Such a curveball. If you do backtest to January, please. Sure. I can do that. There we go. Do you look for shorts? No bias. What is this indicator which shows multiple higher time frame candles?
And just
Oh,
scroll
you know what?
downwards.
Okay, so that's already been answered. Ah, we got the cool one. Yeah. Okay. I think the chaos has ensued. Futures or CFD firms, I'll always say futures firms. 100%. Is gold good to trade
I'll
as?
announce the winner. Let me add that to my to-do list today, bro.
Oh, you didn't announce the winner of the giveaway yet, huh?
I'll need to do that today. I'm adding it to the list. I got a bunch
Oh,
of stuff that I need to do today.
busy man. What's a good day to do it? Unless you want to trade this. Ay. Top step, my futures or Apex skill level wise. I'll always say top step, but I think if you're quite consistent, you can get more capital with Apex, which starts to make sense. No problem, Mr. Trader Dali. Congrats on the payout, by the way. So what do you do to support yourself if it's not primarily from trading? I sell drugs. Can you ask a psychological question? That was a question. Yes, you may.
You already asked.
I
You
signed up
already
for.
asked the question, so sorry.
He asked it. This Abhi Kush guy.
No, it's just I love when people say, "Can I ask a question?" I'm like, "Sorry, you just
Yeah.
asked your one."
Exactly. They asked their one question. That's such a teacher thing to say. You know what I mean?
Bro, I
When
get DMs all the time that's like, "Hey, can I ask you a question?" I was like, I literally just spent my time going to read this, and
and
you didn't even
answer
ask a question. I'm not, and then so I just either don't. It's like actually kind of frustrating. Like I'm gonna use my
people
time. Just ask the question.
right away. Abhi Kush, just ask it in chat. Ask it in here. Managers at McDonald's. That's my main hustle. That's not a side hustle. No bias for EU. I don't trade it. But if you check, if you're in Lens, TTrades will give out biases on CL, gold, indices, and sometimes I think Forex, right?
You
Are you
haven't
still looking
asked
at
for
Forex?
Forex. I don't actively
Okay.
watch Forex, but if people are like, "Hey, can you look at this?" then I do.
Yeah, check it out. Bad. That works. Consolidation reversal on indices. I don't know. I don't want to trade it. It feels sketchy.
The thing is, a consolidation reversal purges the side of the
Really?
consolidation.
Like this here. This here would be. I would
Yeah,
trade
that
this.
would be that would be a consolidation reversal.
This I
But
could trade long.
we don't take a side of the consolidation, so you can't consider that a consolidation
Just
reversal because price never reversed.
I think the only part is Nasdaq taking Friday's lows on Monday, but then I would have seen it, manifest in sort of a different manner, which is just not what's happening here. Sketchy stuff. Just like this much of a wick would be very nice. That would have settled it for me. Could trade this up. Weekly profiles got patched, guys. Why futures firms? Like after one payout, you'll not be funded anymore. Like you trade within
No,
profits and then see
that's not true. You just have to give
longer
yourself a
drawdown.
buffer.
Yeah, you give yourself the breathing room when on your request. CFD firms, you're going to be trading on a CFD contract, which is already a bit more sloppy. You've got different rules. You've got 2 phases and sort of stuff to pass, and that count side is just generally more expensive. Like, what is it? I think what is it? I think 200K account with FTMO is how much? $300, something like
Like
that.
$400 or something, or more.
Yeah, so if you want to throw 400 bucks at the wall, do 2 phases to pass and then try and make money. If that works for you on CFD, then you could do that. But I think futures firms
If you think
generally
about
out.
it, futures firms are two-phase. So think about it this way, ready? If you're doing a CFD firm and you take one phase to pass, and then you have to get another phase, right? And then you start. It's the same thing with futures, right? So you do one phase to pass, and then your second phase is building the buffer. And then there you go. So stop treating it as one phase, treat it as two.
And then the second phase, you're actually getting paid for building the buffer, which
No,
is
then
dope.
once you're funded, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Rather than going for 1, 2, and then trying to make money on the third. I have a model, basic, like form any higher time frame PD array, like fair value gap order block, mostly internal to external, small factor into structure breaker and entry and overlap PD array. That sounds very complicated, by the way. Like 2 as order block and breaker or fair value gap to Entron. So you're naming me 3 PD arrays to Entron, first off. When I go on to trade, I get nervous and see everything against me. When I try to take entry, how can I overcome this fear? Make it simpler. You just named me 5 methods of how you define your higher time frame using 4 different PD arrays, and your lower time frame entry is completely subjective to what you see, not what you want to see, and that's why you get nervous, because you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things, and therefore also looking at the exact same against you, and then you panic and you start tripping balls and you don't put on a trade, or you put on a trade and it flops. Make it much easier. Simplify your process and focus more on things that agree with your setup rather than things that disagree with it. Let your stop be where the idea is wrong completely, not where maybe it goes off, maybe it works, that sort of stuff, because you're gonna be taking more break-even trades than you might want to be taking, and so try that for some time. And size down, obviously. It's the time. If today
How do you
provides a reverse downside, that would make sense. I think it would make sense. Like as I mentioned, the all-time high SMT could provide a downside. The only issue I have with that is that it demands that we trade well above 90 handles on ES. So we'll have done a massive range to the upside. Once we're there, the only logical thing for me would be to trade lower, but it's not very clear yet, at least for me. So it's a sketchy setup. Mr. Musawar asks how to trust reversals. Many times I have to change the state from a higher time for PD array, market takes my stop loss, then continue. I trade gold.
Because you're not waiting for the closure of the higher time frame candle.
There you have it. Trying to trade the smart money reversal. There we go. Maybe this weekly profile. Consolidation, midweek rally. Price consolidates from Monday to Wednesday morning. Price rejects entry low and expands higher. Where is my notes? Give me a second. Let me check something real quick. Runs the intra-week low. No, that's there we go. You have to run the premium array on the hard frames. Yeah, good. Could be, Mr. Alinbar. Could be, my friend. Weekly flip. What do you think about Apex? Suck. Are there public rules to the fractal model? T, are there?
Are there what?
Are there free rules for the fractal model, like public, or only in Lens?
No,
Frankenstein.
that's... Where's that question?
Here.
Are there
there.
public? No, like I mean, if you go study all my posts and everything that's in there for free, you'll probably figure it out. But no, I don't give out my whole model for free.
You have it. What correlating pair is best to use for SMT? A pair that moves in the same direction, or a pair that moves opposite? You use both. You use dollar for inverse correlation to confirm a move on euro, and then you put euro against GU for further confirmation and to pick which one of the two is stronger against dollar, so that you can trade the pair that is most likely to set up a better expansion. Futures prop firms banned our country. Can my brother buy it? He's in another country and I trade from here, or it's based on IP
Sounds
address?
so illegal. Don't answer
Yeah.
that.
Do I just reserve the right to not
Yeah, just
answer?
don't.
Perfect. I will reserve the right to not answer that question. Oh, yeah.
Where
can I
you
wait?
can do illegal shit, we're not going to talk about it.
Yeah.
But when you get caught and can't get paid out, and then you try to blast the company on Twitter because you didn't follow the rules, that's normally what happens.
We shall not take the fall. The blue is London session on the hourly on gold. Would this be considered London expansion? I'd say so, yeah. But I don't know how gold moves. There's a lot of markets, they look like they're moving quite a lot for their sessions, and then they move even more in New York. Not NASDAQ, obviously, it doesn't move in New York, but I'd say so, yeah. What prop firm should I use if I want to buy an account for 50 bucks? I'd go with Top Step Free, Bob, but if you want to go a bit cheaper, because I know what the situation is, you should maybe check out Apex with their sales. So you can
I
like,
disagree with that.
you
You
think so?
gotta
Because it's
think
hard.
you have to think total cost of the prop firm, not just cost of the evaluation. So if you go
Yeah.
with
So
Apex or Top Step, you're gonna be paying a minimum of $200. The
if you
cheapest will
expect,
be my funded futures for $48 for new accounts, where you can just go.
wait, they have the sale for first
Yeah,
timers, right?
no activation fee. Like my funded futures is by far the cheapest
Right. Okay,
if
yeah,
you
good
pass.
point. Actually, if it's first time, I
But
mean, it's definitely
if
free
you
pop.
said 50, yeah, 50 under $50, your only option is my funded futures if it's your first account.
Yeah. So then,
So you can go
free
take a look.
pop, buy my Funded Futures account. $48 as T said, because they have a sale going right now. Use code TTrades.
I just sent the bot thing. The bot thing's sick, dude.
I think it's dope. Next level, man. TTrades Kiko. How many pairs you recommend to keep an eye on day-to-day basis to find opportunities and not be overwhelmed? Depends on what you trade. If you're trading, I mean, I only trade indices, so I only look at Nasdaq and ES. There is the idea of looking at gold and oil as well, gold futures, oil futures, but I haven't really gotten into that much yet. I guess with time you'll be able to look at a bit more stuff. Obviously, if you trade Forex, you should be looking at a wide variety of things, and you can always frame the best
Well,
setup on a
I would say
pair.
for Forex, I would slightly disagree with that. If dollar's not consolidating, then you focus on majors. AUD,
Yeah.
USD, Euro USD, GBP USD. If dollar's consolidating, then you can use futures currencies to pair strong and weak currencies. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go get some food and then manage my options positions
I
on the
bet, bro.
open. But more
Have a
so, I
good one,
just
man. I'll see you.
gotta eat food. Peace, guys.
Yeah, send the position when regular trading hours hits, and then I'll bug
Yeah,
you up later about that.
I'll let you know what the open P&L is on it. Well, percentage wise. So
Cool.
tired
Okay,
as
see you
hell.
around.
No, it's
Wait,
just my
guys, what
voice
day?
when I'm not. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this new
Does it work again? Okay, cool. Awesome. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, guys. Once again, like, I'm sorry, I can't do an outlook on this. I don't have an idea. I won't be touching it myself, and so I can't really put forth anything that I'd be trading here. You'll have to survive it by yourself. So how many candle closing good for reversals? You just need one strong higher time frame close. What the hell? This. Can you use Mac from Buy for the Futures? Yeah, you just buy a Tradovate account and you trade it on TradingView. No problem, Mr. Frankenstein. Cool. I'll wrap it up there, guys. Good luck today if you're trading this, and I'll hopefully see you again tomorrow. And maybe we'll do a backtest stream tomorrow, now that I know that the streams work fine. Lodi has once again showed up right as we finish. Lodi will not be joining the call today. Have a good one, and goodbye.